Hi guys, today we are going to see the geometry cleanup in ANSA, and once after the geometry cleanup we are going to create the mesh in ANSA itself. Okay, so this is our CAD geometry which I have opened using file open. Okay, so since it has contained a model already, it is asking whether you want to save this current component or not. So this is I am just clicking cancel. So this is how I imported this geometry into the ANSA, and I click the shadow. So when I toggle this switch on and off, I can see the difference. So when this button is in on, it just shows the surfaces. So likewise, this one is crosshatch, called as crosshatch. When I toggle in this as on, it just shows me the surface center line, and this is called as perimeter. When I switch off and on, I can visible the future curves of the surfaces, otherwise it's edges of the surfaces. Okay, I can show. So this is for all the kind of edges. So there are three kinds of edges. One is this one. This one is a knot which just hides a selected surface. So in order to select a surface, you just go and left click there. So just that surface has been hidden. So in order to retrieve that hidden, you can go to invert and you can see your surface. So a surface which is not connected to its neighboring surface will be looking like this. All the edges of the surfaces will be looking in red color. This is a free edge. That means this surface is not being connected with another one. Okay, so I reversed my selection, and now I just knot this one small surface. So I go to invert. So when I see there is one more surface, so I have only two surfaces, and when I perform a topo operation, what it does is it just connects the nearby edges. So now the red edge which was initially at here and a free edge at this surface. So now I release this one, release this two. So earlier there was two edges, one was for this one and one for this one. So that two edges has been made as single. So that is, so I will perform topo on these surfaces. So when I perform topo on these surfaces, the edges within some tolerance will be connected. So that tolerance value we can modify. You can modify it using Windows, settings, and resolution or in tolerance. So when there are two cons, that means two edges. Cons means edges of the surface, that is actually curves on the surfaces. So that matching tolerance is 0.2. When I select the two surfaces, and when the edges of the two surfaces are within this tolerance nearby, then the two edges will be matching. So likewise for hard points also, I will explain the hard points as of now. Wait. So this is hard point. Hard point is nothing but this one. When two edges meet, there will be a hard point. So here, I will be in this topo menu itself. Go to hard points and click insert. So if you zoom, there is a hard point. So what is the significance of hard point? So if you go to mesh menu now and select only this surface to be meshed, and now the system is having more hard points, so I just reduce the length of it by 500. So for each 500 mm there will be some node. So that is what I have set to ANSA. Measure, you can measure it, and it's almost 500. Okay, so I just insert one hard point here, one hard point here, one hard point here, here and here. Okay, so if you see, when I go to mesh generation and click best and select on these two surfaces, you perform the mesh. So when the mesh is being generated, the hard points, the geometry which contains the hard points just creates some node when meshing. So this kind of hard points has to be eliminated in order to avoid this thing. So I can go and delete the hard points and do the mesh again. Okay, so now this is somewhat fine mesh. Okay, so we need to avoid this kind of situations. So unwanted hard point should not be there in our geometry. So when there are two hard points nearby, you can perform a topo operation between that, and you can just link that, just join those two. So for that demonstration purpose only I just created mesh. So I just erase all the mesh and just go to topo menu, and I will click all my components as visible. Okay, so so you now understood what is meant by topo operation in ANSA. So now since I am going to run the flow analysis over this aircraft, I can press F1, F2, F3 to toggle between the front, top and bottom views. So I can also rotate. Okay, so since the airplane is symmetric about the Z plane, I am just going to eliminate one half of this section. So, because the flow in the right side is similar to the left side, there is no variation at all. So I am just going to delete one half of my model, one half of my CAD model, and then I will perform the geometry operations, geometry cleanup operations in next half. So I will set my view to F2 so that I can view the half of my model, and I am just going to delete this top half and press the confirmation button, and now zoom near to it so that you can select everything. Just delete this one also. Just zoom it. If you have doubt whether the surface what you are going to delete is the right one, just roll the view so that you can easily get a clear idea about which surface you are going to delete. So now I perform delete in a different manner. So delete is active, so I am just going I am just clicking at the center of the crosshatch, so it doesn't ask any additional permissions from me. It just deletes. Okay, so again we will check from the F2. So I don't need these also. We'll zoom a little bit. I don't require this also. So I have only the one half of my A380.